Talking to Ms. CGreenlee and Mr. Daniel Brown, both members of an organization concerned with the homeless population in Nashville. And of course, Mr. Brown, let us see if we can pick up with you during the second segment by having you to look at a typical day, for example, because I'm sure that many members of our audience have absolutely no idea about what it means to wake up in the morning and go from the morning and when you get up and until you lay down at night being homeless. And I think you've had experiences in at least 3 cities. So talk about it from that perspective.
If you're staying at the Mission, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. From there, you eat something similar to breakfast. And you go from there to the campus. And when you go to the campus, then they might have something for you to do in the campus, and you mess around there for a while. And after that, you're looking forward to lunch. So you plan your whole day around eating. Where you gonna eat it? Where you gonna find work at? You know, and things like this. So the typical day is to get up and check all the temporary services and see if you can get some work. You can't get some work, then you come back over there for lunch. Then you go to lunch, and then you might check back with the temporary service, see if they have anything. And it's just a continuous day built around where you're going to eat it, what you're going to do when you get your food, and who you're going to meet. And if they stand in the outside, then they have to build their little tents and their little mattress and sleep up there. And they wonder if Metro going to come and mess with them and bother them and tear their tents down or whatever. But it's a really, really rigorous day. And it's composed of surviving, constantly surviving. And you have to really plan your day around where you can eat. Be close to the food, close to what you can do that day. If you get some work out, then maybe you can buy you an outfit or buy you something that you need. And a lot of them just deal in drugs because they're so downtrodden. And the only thing that when they get paid, they can afford is a beer or something, some piece of drug or whatever. And they do that, and they're too tired to go to work the next day. So it's kind of like a hard trying. It's about survival. We didn't ask for survival, but it fell on us. We didn't, you know, one day you wake up and you can't afford to stay in your house anymore. Or you come from another place and you want to know where, first thing you need to know is where the Mission is. Because people don't want you out in the street. People don't want you running around there. And then they like to panhandle. I don't panhandle myself because I ain't got the nerve. But but that's what they do. They panhandle for their money, any kind of way that they can get money. Okay.
And so it's Ms. Greenlee, it's a very, very difficult kind of situation, different kind of life. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, it's very different and difficult. You know, like he was stating, if you live under the bridge like I did, I didn't have the pleasure to make it to the Mission. But you living under the bridge, you know, especially as females out here homeless, you know, you worrying about your personal hygiene, where you gonna brush your teeth, where you gonna take care of your personal feminine care products at. And people look at you so rude and so cold and so stone-faced that they forgot they call themselves Christians, but they never once reached out and say, can I help you, my child? And when you get a devastating moment as if the whole world have turned against you, you have no hope. And people keep talking about drugs and alcohol. They need to understand that some of these people went to drugs and alcohol because they were so depressed and so stressed out because the world turned their back on them. And I'm just calling out over and over and over that if we demand housing. If you work a job and you make $5.25, you cannot afford a house. Affordable housing, the rent starts at $650 and up. That's not affordable houses for a lot of people. So if they started recognizing that we have to come and start coming in together and accumulating some more money, leveraging some more money, maybe off of some of these condominiums that they keep building, then we can afford housing with wraparound service and get some of these people off the street.
Now, do you think that, this is a question to the two of you, do you think that the government has a responsibility to provide some kind of facility within the community where people can go by and use the bathroom and wash their faces and et cetera, et cetera? Would that be too much of a burden on the government or Metro or whatever to do that?
No.
Would that be appreciated by individuals?
Yeah, it would be appreciated by everybody because people who catch the bus might have to use the restroom. So they need the restroom facilities just as bad as we do. So we tried to advocate for that, and it got thrown out. They didn't work on it for us, but they promised
They don't
us.
believe that that's that's needed or what?
They don't believe it's needed. They don't believe it's necessary. The government has failed us severely.
Yeah.
I look at the system all the time and ask, what are y'all telling us here? It's three things I feel like you're telling us. Homeless, medical conditions, and drug addiction is a population that the system won't wipe out. That's all I can see, because they are not coming in and trying to accommodate us any kind of way. Even tourists coming in from cross country to view the Music City, they have no way of using the bathrooms unless they go buy something out of a restaurant. Little kids running around here in the summertime has no way to get water unless you get a bottle of water, because you have no water fountains around any of these parks, any of the courthouses. So it's a necessity to have bathrooms, water, and housing, because it's a human right, and it's against an amendment, and the government know that, and this is why we'll keep talking to them about this 200 units we're asking them for every year.
And so you figure that if you could get 200 units of real low-income housing, that would help alleviate some of the problems.
It would help a lot. They the one promised 1,800 units of housing by 2015.
And they've already made that promise.
They've already made that promise. The mayor did. We just calling they bluff. And we just letting them know that we are not going to lay down with you guys making that promise and not doing anything about it. Yeah.
And so, go on.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, so that's why I had came to the point where everybody that's coming in here building all these condominiums, the Signature Tower, the Western Hotel, all of the people that's coming to our state, making all of Nashville something that we're not even going to know what it is in a minute, and it's our hometown. Just give us 1% of you coming into our state, taking over 1%. You want to get the homeless out of the way, you come and help us, accommodate us with some funds, so we can help build these 200 units in scattered sites and remove the homeless from in front of your business.
And do you think that would be an impossibility on a city as wealthy as Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah. No, impossible. No. I mean, 1% of what we are asking for them is not number pocket change. Probably have it in their ashtray in the car, but no, it's not. It's just where's their heart at?
Okay. Well, let me make the audience aware that next segment we'll have another person to come here and to talk about some of the issues dealing with the homeless population. And let me now, Ms. Greenlee, thank you and Daniel. For coming by and just giving us an excellent insight into this whole issue of the homeless population, because I think, as we've said on many occasions, that the homeless population is really an invisible kind of population. We see them, we don't when we wish to, and we don't see them when we wish not to. And of course, we'll be back with you following this short commercial break.
Okay, thank you.
Segment of the show for